Hello, my name is Stephen Mayu, and you're watching thebestjs.com. In the last video, I showed you how to instantiate new objects with function constructors. It's the old way of doing things in JavaScript. Now we're going to take what we've done with the constructor and basically translate it into a new ES6 class. So enough talking, let's just go ahead and do it. Okay, right here, I've created a new file, and we're going to use the class keyword, and we're going to call it person. Okay. Now, inside of this, I'm going to create a new function or a new method, and it is called constructor. Okay. The constructor method, or the constructor function, it is a function that immediately gets invoked, immediately gets called whenever we use a new keyword. Okay, so all of that initial setup that we've done right here initially, this is what we're going to do in the constructor method. So we're going to need a first name and a last name. Okay, and same thing. This dot first name equals first name. This dot last name equals last name. And this dot has job equals false. All right, so all of that initialization that we will do, it will happen in the constructor function. And this gets called as soon as we create a new instance of the person class. Okay, now we're going to recreate these three methods right here. Full name, set first name, and set last name. And they're going to behave in the same way, but there is just some shorter and more succinct syntax, in my opinion. Less typing for us, which is really good. All right, so we will write full name. Okay. And we will return. I'm going to use ES6 string templates. Okay, and $, this dot first name. $, again, this dot last name. Okay, that looks good to me. Don't necessarily have to add a semicolon, but let's just do good practices right there. All right, let's do the same thing for set first name. First name. All right, it's going to be the exact same thing as before. And then set last name. Okay, and you can see right here, these methods, they're doing the exact same thing as we've done in our function constructors, but look at this. It's so much more succinct. Okay, first of all, we don't need to use this in front of it. And then second of all, we can get rid of the function keyword and the equal sign. And when we do that, it becomes a new ES6 syntax for methods. So all you have to do is just get rid of this, get rid of the equal sign, and get rid of the function keyword, and it will behave in exactly the same way. Now, I'm not concatenating the strings. I'm using string templates, but it's essentially doing the same thing we are doing right here. All right, so let's save that. Let's go ahead into our browser. Okay. We're going to copy and paste this. Okay, and let's try it out. So I'm going to use ES6 instead of var. I'm going to use const. So const person1 equals new person. All right, and we'll do my name. All right, so let's try it out. Person1. Okay, awesome. So we have all of our properties right there. And so I could say person1 dot first name, person1 last name, person1, oops, full name, and there we go. And I can even use the set first name and set last name methods. So let's do that. So person1 set first name, let's change it to Steve. And then person1 set last name Instead of my-you, how about myers? So now I could say person1, get, let's see, full name. There we go. We'll invoke it. And now we have Steve Meyer. Okay, so once again, whenever we use that new keyword, so const, let's see, person2, or I'll just repeat it right here. Whenever we use that new keyword to instantiate a new instance of the person class, this new keyword, what happens is it's, whoops, I accidentally, I'm doing all sorts of bad things right here. Just a moment. Bear with me. There we go. All right, so whenever we use that new keyword, this method, the constructor method, will automatically get invoked, and this is where we do all of our initialization. And these are instance methods, okay, and they belong to the different instances. Alrighty, so let's stop right here, and in the next video, we're going to talk about creating static methods. You see, these are instance methods, and they belong to a particular instance, like person1, person2, person3. It's unique to that instance. But now we're going to create methods that don't belong to an instance, but belong to a class itself. So we'll stop right here and take a look at what that looks like in the next video. Bye-bye.